Aaron, last night, the Los Angeles Lakers played the Phoenix Suns.
Did
The
they play
best.
though? They showed up, but I don't know if they played.
My God dang. They led in the first quarter, actually, but give it to the Lakers to actually blow a lead. Um, so they played the team with the best record in the NBA, who broke a franchise record in wins. And people are like, well, why is LeBron watching? Gee, I wonder. He's averaged 30 a goddamn game. Is the only person on the team that's consistent, like has a pulse, offensively and defensively. And people wonder, well, why is his ankle hurt? Wow, God, why does Anthony Davis have arthritis in his? Why, Anthony Davis, dude, is the reason this season went off. What are you doing? Is that jellyfish?
No, you're ball washing. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, squeeze them puppies. So, what makes me mad is that
They suck.
LeBron James is the only player in NBA history who can have his best players go down for the entire season, pretty much. Anthony Davis is less reliable than a grandma. And you're telling me LeBron James should carry this team? What more should he do? I'd like to know. Because there's a lot of people out there who say, well, he should do this. Tell me. He has not averaged 30 since he was with everyone's Miami Heat in 2011. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
He is not. So what more should he do? Should he average 40? I mean, is that what we're asking? What expectations do we have for this man anymore? He's 37 in year 19, but it's his fault they're going to miss the. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Pile on, baby. I wonder what Michael Jordan was doing in year 19. I'm going to go check that real quick while you talk. Oh, nothing.
No, that's right, because he already had 6 titles.
Oh, good God. Too bad LeBron's already got 4. I mean, good Lord. Well, he's
gonna be stuck at 4. He's gonna be stuck at 4. He's gonna be stuck at 4 unless all of a sudden he joins the Phoenix Suns next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him pulling a move like that.
Go the Warriors, man. Screw everybody up.
Look, blame them all. They're all ridiculous.
That's a fair point.
Russell Westbrook underperformed, although I didn't think he played that terrible this year.
Neither did I.
Anthony Davis is Mr. Glass 2.0. I mean, good freaking Lord. Like, but at the end of the day,
before the season that he was going to get hurt. So here we go.
I mean, that's a pretty safe bet. I mean, that's not a hard bet to make that Anthony Davis is going to miss time due to injury. That's got to be an overwhelming favorite in the betting market. But so look, the reason I think a lot of people throw a lot of this on LeBron James, and look, LeBron James is a phenomenal player. What he did in year 19, absolutely 100%, is because he built this. He brought in a guy like Carmelo Anthony to come into this disaster. Like Carmelo Anthony is taking up a roster spot of a person who might be actually able to play basketball. You know, Dwight Howard is just ridiculous. I mean, like, I understand he's a big man. He's probably, unfortunately, going to be a Hall of Famer, which I don't 100% understand, but that's a whole other discussion for another day. I mean, you look at this team, like, I understand it's you brought in Trevor Ariza. God, that guy was in the 2004 draft. I mean, you brought in Avery Bradley that all he can do is play defense, and he's not doing that very well. So, I mean, look, yes, there's other players, and I know we'll talk about them, but in the era of player empowerment, no one has more player empowerment than LeBron James. LeBron James built this team. Rob Pelinka, look, he's not a great GM. He's a puppet. LeBron, what do you want? I want this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. We're going to trade first-round picks. We're going to trade up-and-coming young superstars. We're going to get you whatever you want because you're LeBron James. And in 4 years, you have missed the playoffs twice. I can understand he's injured. You've missed the playoffs twice. You had a first-round exit to the Suns, and you won a bubble championship that I don't agree is really legitimate. I understand it's the banner. It's going to go on the wall. But if the COVID didn't happen, Anthony Davis was out before that bubble playoff run started. They weren't winning a title if Anthony Davis had to play right then and there. He got 4 months off.
If the Clippers won the title and did not pull a John Rahm Do you really believe?
I don't understand why you think John Rahm's a choker. That's insane to me, but
Because I'm
that's a
an
different
idiot.
story.
Do you think that if the Clippers had won the finals, people would give a damn? I want to know when people call it a bubble championship because no one called baseball's a bubble championship.
Yes, they did.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did. The Dodgers championship is not legit.
Yes, it is.
It is because you needed to validate the Lakers title. If the Phoenix Suns won the championship in that bubble when they got hot, remember when they got hot, right, coming right out of the COVID? They've been hot ever since.
I just want to know why people blame LeBron James for every stinking thing that goes wrong with any. Like, it's a team game. I'm okay with blaming everyone, that him included. But why people like to single him out for the sake of the argument of Michael Jordan?
Because for years it was, oh, look at the coach. David Blatt has to go. Oh, look, bring in Tyronn Lue. Oh, look, who's the coach now? Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel's going to lose his job too. We see that. It's eventually at some point it's like it's not necessarily, what does Frank Vogel have to do here? He, like you said, he's got his best player sitting out. These guys don't want to play defense. Look at this team. Carmelo, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis. I don't even know who Austin Reeves is. DJ Augustine. Like, look at these guys. Like, what is this? What is this team? Wayne Ellington, Stanley Johnson. This team is garbage. This team is absolute garbage. And he put it together.
Whoa! Because everyone else was gone. Like, I want to know what people called this first. That DeMar DeRozan would have by far been a better option than Russell Westbrook. Because that's what I'm hearing. I'm like, whoa, who said that? Because I didn't hear a soul say that.
But I don't think he'd want to go. He clearly didn't want to go. He'd have made it in the era of player empowerment. He'd have found a way to get himself to Los Angeles. I don't think these young superstars or these guys want to play with LeBron James. Because he gets the credit when things go well, and you get the blame when they don't. Look at Russ. Look what happened to Russell Westbrook. He had a decent season, and he is the freaking public enemy number one in LA. Look how much Colin Cowherd, look how much all these guys just bagged on Russell Westbrook. He was fine.
I think he actually was fine.
He was fine even for a third option, 18.7 and 7.
That's insane that he even put those up and nobody
cares. But he's the one getting destroyed in the media. And look, LeBron averaged 30. I understand. Nothing against LeBron's on-court performance. There's only so much he can do. But ultimately, this is the team that LeBron James put together, and that's why he's getting all the hype, all of the criticism. Because he didn't get it in all those years with the Cavs, which is fine because those teams weren't allegedly as good as these, like Sasha Larry Hughes, Zaza Bula. I can't remember the guy's name.
Zydrunas
Ilgauskas. Yeah, like look, those guys aren't Russell Westbrooks and Anthony Davis. And yes, of course, LeBron James can't predict when Anthony Davis is going to get hurt with long-term injuries, but he can predict that Anthony Davis is going to get hurt before he acquired him.
If I had to blame anybody, I don't like doing this, but it has to be said. Anthony Davis, I don't know what this dude. I'm gonna tell you why he's so soft. There's a reason he doesn't want to play center. He grew up playing.
I'm sure guard. He wants to play basketball.
He grew up playing guard.
Are we even sure he wants to play basketball anymore?
I have no idea, dude. The dude last night looked fine in warm-ups. Supposedly has plantar fascia, which some of the old ladies have in their foot when they turn 90. He decided he was going to play the first possession. The man cannot even get back on defense and like is bending over because his footy woody hurtsy-wurtsy. Are you kidding me? I am blown away by how fragile that idiot is. It's his fault. He told media, "What do you want me to do? Take care of your body."
Here's a question though, and you can obviously play hypothetical here, but if Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Russell Westbrook played 82 games this year, where do they realistically sit in the playoff standings? 7th?
4 or 5.
You think they win 50 games this year?
Yeah, 50, 45 or 50 would be nice.
45 is 7th place.
That's fine. They gotta get 50 wins. Are you telling me if AD was healthy and LeBron was berserk like he was? Oh yeah, come on.
To me, I can't believe this team couldn't even go 500. I mean, to go 500, you'd be in the 8th seed right now. You couldn't even be that's to me, I think, is where it also goes to LeBron as well. You couldn't even get this team to 500.
I think it also shows the talent in the NBA right now.
And I'll show you. I'll tell you. I'll ask you this too. You talk about LeBron James, 39 years, 17, blah blah. So it's okay that LeBron gets a pass for being 39, but you don't want to hear it that Tom Brady's 44.
Because Tom Brady plays a position that even Shannon Sharp, an NFL Hall of Famer, knows is easier to play than number one option on a basketball team.
Dude, LeBron James plays a sport that all he has to do is drive the lane, and the referee's already got the whistle in his mouth.
Tell me when the last time Brady got hit.
Let's see.
And then nobody called a foul on it. Come on, man.
He got a freaking personal foul for complaining about a hit in the playoff game.
Why is this about me? Come on, man.
LeBron James is not the GOAT. Sorry, buddy.
It's funny that in year 19, LeBron James still has to prove it to these old idiots who swear up and down because 6-0. I don't give a damn about 6-0. That is so far in the mirror for me. The man has gone to 10 finals. There's 10 finals. Or 10 or 11.
Whatever. He's lost at least 6 of them.
Oh, wow. Poor guy. He's won 4. Multiple MVPs. Gonna beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which nobody thought could be possible. Because he's a pass first. Are you kidding me?
And all that, and he's still a big old... Rings.
Oh, that's it. That's the... Come on,
he's
man.
still a big old number 2.
That's
pun intended. Sad. And pun intended.
That's sad.
It's because you didn't watch Michael Jordan. You didn't watch the way he played. Hell, even watching the way Kobe Bryant plays. LeBron doesn't play like that.